ebook. He got his printed out. Y'all gotta get your copy.
No doubt.
Once you finish reading it, man, you definitely gonna get your you're gonna come out with a lot of stuff in it. There's some good exercises in there that you can do to just tap into your inner self, find out who you really are. You know, because it's like the world is changing fast. Nobody is like there's no more pity, there's no more time for pity parties no more. So we gotta be a little bit more responsible, a little bit more accountable. We got so much stuff now that's transforming the world. And it's like we're the ones that's gonna be getting left behind if we don't hurry up and catch the fuck on and love each other. And it's sad to say is that when I can last remember, we were the tightest as a people during the civil rights movement when we were segregated. When we were segregated, that's when we were the tightest. And as soon as integration came, that changed. And it's like the only thing that's gonna make us back integrated, well, segregated to that degree where we come together, because that was forced segregation. So it's like it's almost to the point that we done been through all the way around the wheel, and it's almost to the point where we getting right back to that same situation where that's the only thing that's going to bring us together as a people and make us come together. Is a situation that's great start happening. I'm telling you,
that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely, because stuff getting really crazy right now. And we better get together because everybody else is together. And we the only ones ain't together in the whole world see we ain't together.
Facts.
You know, so it's like we the only ones that's not trying to recognize each other's shit. So we gotta start holding each other accountable and point out their shit. Stop giving them a pass for their bullshit. Call that shit the fuck out. Because that bullshit is what's keeping us set back. We not being real with each other. We sponsoring bullshit. It's like, yo, we gotta get to the meat of the shit, separate your feelings and your ego away from the situation. And we gotta look at stuff logically about what's the betterment for us as a culture, as a people moving forward, as a whole. You gotta separate your emotions from this shit. You gotta understand, yo, how can I grab? What can I grab? All these resources out here. How can I shape this to make us prosper as a people? How can we build something? Because we gotta start owning some shit. We don't own no land. We don't own nothing. If the world was to shut down on us as a people and say, okay, don't sell to black people, we are in trouble.
In trouble.
We are in trouble. What we gonna do? We're gonna turn on each other, or we're gonna come together.
Right.
You know, it's like, damn, we're creating the enemy. We're slowly agitating a situation, and that's what I hate for our people. You know, and social media is like a gift and a curse because some stuff can get misconstrued and spread like wildfire, and it's like we're the ones that's gonna be least prepared. And that's the scariest part because Ostrich got that long neck and he stick his head in the sand, right? But when he stick his head in the sand, it's dark in there. So by being dark in there, he think, since he can't see nothing, he think can't nothing else see him. And that's how the predators, his whole body's still out. And that's how a lot of our people be. We sticking our head in the sand to what's really going on and hoping the problem go away. But the whole world, our asses to the whole world. Nobody respect us. Our value as a people have decimated. And it's like we're watching it decimate. And now we're trying to cry about it now. Nobody care about our tears no more because we cry about everything. So the serious issues get ignored. And that's when it's like when the cry don't get answered, what do you do?
Right.
So this is why it's so important to understand who you are with the value of you, and let's put this value of us each other and support each other because don't nobody really like us. That's the truth of the matter. And we barely like us. When we get some money, where we move at? We move away from black people. Around every other culture, people then would look like us. And ain't nothing wrong with it only because you feel like you're safer for some reason. And then you got some people that act like, well, I don't. You know, of course you got the exception. We ain't talking about the exception, but we talking about the majority. And we gotta do, yeah, you know, so it's like we gotta make our mind up. We wanna be segregated or integrated. Which one? We scream Black Lives Matter and then we crying that they leaving us out and they discriminating against us. Well, you discriminate against yourself because you separated yourself with them titles. You know what I mean? If we learn how to release that, you know, just like Morgan Freeman said and I said, the only way to kill racism is to stop fucking talking about it. The more you talk about it, the more you keep it alive. The more you complain that there's racism, the more we see it. Everything gonna look like it. You can be at the fucking light, and you can be turning and making a turn, and somebody can honk the horn, and you look up and see it's a white person, you gonna call him a white motherfucker, a racist, like it comes out naturally. That's a problem. Because we so agitated so easily by the smallest thing when it comes to that, and it's emotional, and that shit really affects us bad because all our choices starting to become emotional,
right?
Because we don't have no foundational root to grab the real truth from. Fact. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, we gotta separate them emotions, yo. It's like the women, of course, is understandable. Y'all emotional creatures, but the dudes, man, some of these dudes that's got girlfriends, they done took on emotions off their girl. You know what I mean? Like unconsciously, you know. So that's why it's so important to have knowledge of self and know who you are, man, and find your center self.
Facts. It's a verse in the Bible that says a living dog is better than a dead lion. And I think a lot of times that's what we have become. We think that because we are alive and functional, that we have the grace of a lion, but really we're just a living dog. We're still better than a dead lion. As honorable and courageous as the lion is, he has lost his life. And that is us in our past state. We always reflect on our past greatness or what we done yesterday when we was living in that lion state. Now we're living in a state of a God spelled backwards, functioning like dogs. And so because of that, we don't even value our own life. And I can prove it in an automatic second. Look around you, all the death that's happening by our own hand. It has blinded us to our life's purpose because blacks are still getting hung on college campuses. Black women are still being abducted, chopped up, murdered, and there's not a cry from no so-called real man.
Right.
So a living dog supposed to be better than a dead lion. You ain't even doing your part as a living dog, and I ain't calling you a dog. But that is something that people have put on us, especially our women. But let's look at it. If you don't know your value, you would never honor your true purpose. And so the Bible also says, where your treasure is, so shall your heart be also. So if a treasure is something that has value, so if you thought you had value, that you was the real treasure, your heart would be involved in everything that you do. How could a black woman, how could a black man be hung, jawbone removed, all kinds of atrocities taking place with us and against us today? We don't say nothing about it. But you on a block talking about you ready to ride for your dead homie who was shot down by another black man. You're only aggressive when it comes to your own people. You've never seen a chicken fight another animal. The only thing I've ever seen a chicken fight is another chicken. You don't see no chicken going after no hawks.
You are what you eat.
No doubt. And so what happens is we're preying on each other. Lost our courage. People get knocked off. You won't even say nothing about it. Then you have these organizations that's putting on this show because they have lost their purpose or probably never knew it. You doing all this, and I ain't hear no organization campuses and make a bold inquiry about what really happened. We complain about being victims of racism, then go to the same system for help.
Right.
Help me out with that.
Absolutely.
Help. Where's the vanguard at?
Right.
Where's the black leadership for real? You know what I'm saying? Where are the warrior queens? You know what I'm saying? Where are the gods in physical form? You mean to tell me, since you want to play the racist card every chance you get, okay, then why are you relying on the government to help you if you recognize the government have been trying to get rid of your black ass since you've been in existence?
Don't expect them to help you.
Right. You making pleas and marches and asking them to give you jobs and all of these opportunities like it would serve their best interest to help you. It would never serve their best interest to help you since everybody has had a chance to benefit off of your talent except you. You don't even know your own value and how you can benefit off of your own talent. And so even with all these millionaires, if they really knew their life purpose, They would produce a roll of toilet paper. They would produce something that is a necessity. They would have something, vaccination clinics. You get what I'm saying? They would have them same free breakfast programs that the Black Panthers started, that the U.S. government copied off of. Y'all didn't know that free lunch in school and free breakfast in school started because they imitated the Black Panther Party. They originated that.
That's right.
Because they understood their purpose.
That's right.
And so what did the government do? Oh, bright idea. And they came in with it. And so because we lost that spark, because we don't know our purpose, all these ills that we suffer from, you can find a good purpose. We suffer from so much shit. All your energy got to do and your frequency got to do is fall right in line with what we need. Damn. Sound easy. But your heart got to begin it. Where your treasure is, so shall thy heart be also. So if you don't see no value in it, your heart going to be somewhere else, doing nothing else. And this is why you can put any kind of substance in you and not even know what's in it for real. Man, what? E-pill? Give me one of them. You don't even know what's in it. And you'll say, I ain't never used dope in my life. Yes, you have. Because inside that E-pill, a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything in it. And so this is what happens when you don't know your true value. You don't know your true focus. You don't have none. And so what we trying to do is recalibrate your thinking, give you that magnifying glass path where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? I think that we have the tendency to overly complain, and everywhere you go it's a complaint happening, but you ain't doing nothing about it. So Malcolm said, anything I have felt strongly about, I have done something about. That's powerful. Because we'll have people that'll come amongst us and they'll talk real strong about shit and won't do nothing about it. Yeah. They won't do nothing about it. In the lip service, those games are over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm still upset about what happened to the system. I'm still upset about what happened to the brother. What these calling them, sundown towns?
Yeah, down in Mississippi.
Yeah.
How sharp them at.
Right.
Where them dudes at? It's like these Jamal Bryant, he got so much to say why he ain't down there about making that public news. Like,
right.
We don't want to call out. See, one thing I learned about our people, right? Yeah, a lot of one thing I noticed about our people is that we too interested. It's like if we like you, we'll support whatever you do.
Right.
You can be dead wrong just because we like you. We'll make it right. That's how you confuse your own damn self. Because you'll start adopting wrong shit and calling it right. Because you're used to seeing it. Then you start to gravitate around people that think that same way. That becomes the norm for you.
Facts.
So then when a real person come out, they look like they're faking. No, they're the real people. They fake themselves out in the process. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, like, that stuff is like real. It's like, yo, you can't be a fraud right now. Like, yo, this is not the time to be deceiving nobody. Everybody should be getting exposed. Like, if you faking and they should be exposed. We keep covering up the wrong stuff. Like, we gotta go for the people that really ain't doing it but taking from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got that shit confused. We gotta support the wrong shit and the shit we should be silent to. It's like, what is that about our people? You know, it's like we just want to be right. We don't care whether it's right. We just want to be right. So if I step out there about something and I stood firm on it and then I came out to find out that it was wrong, like we're at a place where we don't even want to change our mind because we don't want to be able to say we wrong, even though the evidence shows something totally different now. But since we started out that way, we'll fight to the death. That's when emotions kick in. When you don't have no facts, that's when emotions take over. So when we be so emotional, all that is a testament to the absence of facts. Because we don't have, when you got facts, you don't care how a person feel about it or how they take it.
Right.
You only care about it when you don't have nothing else to work with. So it's like, you gotta believe me. You know what I'm saying? Believe me! Yeah, that's all I got, you know.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, it's like, it's time, like, we gotta buckle down, man. It's like, we really gotta buckle down. We got to clean up our value. We got to clean up our name. We got to stop looking for powers outside of ourselves to make a difference in our reality. You know what I mean? It's like for our making them responsible for our reality. We keep blaming external factors on our reality. You know what I mean? It's like we don't even give us the credit. And then when we do bust our ass and making a great accomplishment, we go and still give that credit to somebody in the sky. Oh, I'm giving that to.
Right.
Why you not gonna give it to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, the belief systems, man, they another stranglehold on our people. Them belief systems, you know, and now we're not Christians to whoever over here.
I was waiting.
On,
I was waiting to get them.
Game, whatever y'all
Outlaw
want,
gamer,
Discord or whatever. Most of y'all like avatars or whatever. No, we ain't Christians. We ain't religious people. We spiritual people.
No,
we don't deal in religiosity.
Not at
no
all.
offense to nobody that do.
Right.
But we on another vibration.
Right.
That caught your eye.
Yeah, it caught my eye.
Oh,
and then I got the KFC chicken thing. Yeah, so let me give you the degree about the chicken since you want to be funny. The degree about the chicken, you are what you eat. Because the DNA in the chicken, whatever meat you consume, become a part of active ingredient and intelligence in your DNA. So when the majority of people consider black people chicken-hearted, we got that chicken syndrome. We'll fight everything that look like us, but we won't fight nothing outside the, and that's how the nature of the chicken is. So white people used to make fun of black people about chicken because of that syndrome, because we wouldn't fight nothing outside of our culture or our people. That's where the chicken come from, bro. And it's one of the dirtiest animals out there is why you're glorifying it. You should be asking yourself where all this chicken come from to feed all these people in all these chicken shops. Because you might not be eating chicken. You know what I mean? And well, something about Kool-Aid, whatever that means, be more specific so I can answer you correctly, bro. And
no doubt. And for the brother who think we Christians, no, we got knowledge of self. We study everything. It ain't too many materials that's written that we haven't went through it. So if we come across something that has we're talking about, we'll use it as a reference, but we're by no means chained to that book. You know what I'm saying? We look at it as a poison book also, but it is some truth in it. But we don't just look at that as a poison book. We look at all religions as having poison or some type of taint to it. And so what we do is we extract from it what fits our condition and we apply that medicine as needed. What you should be asking yourself is what are you doing and how are you contributing to the situation that we are in? And another thing, I think that a lot of times it starts the same idea and the same concept that black people always suffer from. They won't attack no real enemy. They won't have nothing slick to say to nobody, nowhere else in the world. But they always critique what their own people say and try to find a flaw or fault in what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? But no, brother, and everybody else, the Kool-Aid man, the chicken man, and the Bible man, all of y'all can contribute something to society by thinking deeply about what you're going to do and what your life purpose is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Finding your life purpose. Knowing how to not be a pawn in somebody else's game or be moved along the chessboard of life by a force that you don't even understand or comprehend. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up.
No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up. Yeah, man, this was
fit wear.
Yeah, the shoe fit wear. You know, no offense given, no offense taken.
No doubt.
It's a real station over here. You come with that reel on there, you gonna get blasted.
Oh yes, no doubt.
You already know.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So be careful. Make sure if you're gonna be gang. If you're gonna be gangster, you're gonna be up in here making comments. Make sure you got a picture to go with it.
Right.
Don't be no coward about it. You know what I mean?
Doubt.
And that's it. But we practice peace. We always about peace. You know what I mean? That's what we pushing for our people. We do not advocate violence, but we will defend ourselves if need be.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And that's what we all should be. Our stance should be anyway. But we should be trying to love each other and trying to come together and figure out how we gonna fix this unification that's so much needed within our communities and our people. You know what I mean? You look up everywhere we look, there's something being taken over by somebody that don't look like us. How many lots and stuff we saw that just looked vacant, and we saw it vacant for so long, and we never even can come up with a vision of a store or whatever could be sitting right there and tell somebody, put it right there. Now we can see it. It's like we just wait so long to catch on. It's like, yo, we gotta catch up fast, people. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like we need help. We gotta push each other. Like we gotta stop pushing bad and push good. we pushing the wrong button. You know what I mean? It's like the ladder out there, but we don't want to walk across it.
Yeah.
We'd rather stay in our comfort zone, even though we know it's not feeding us, but long as it's sustaining us. You know, some people comfortable with just floating. You know, it's like, are you gonna swim? You know, eventually you're gonna sink if you just float. You gotta swim, but some people don't know which direction to swim in, so they gonna just rather stay on the oasis.
Tracy
You know what I
on
mean?
YouTube said, you know when you throw a rock at a pack of dogs, well, y'all know the rest.
Yeah, Bob one holler. That's right. Already, Tracy, salute. Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's real stuff over here, man. We getting real. We being real. We doing real stuff, live stuff. I'm ready to get to these cookies over here. I hope y'all can't see them.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We definitely, man, preoccupied with, you know, staying on our purpose, man, in life and trying to awaken the dead. Definitely focusing on the youth and giving the youth some things. You know what I'm saying? Both of me and the brother, we both got our own separate group, but we combine now, and we definitely have a vested interest in teaching the youth their life purpose, putting them on the path so they can understand who they are, where they are in this moment in time, and what is needed. Because everybody also have relied on is basically breaking down. All of them are basically busting a U-turn and leaving us out there by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so if you don't really have something creative to express or to manifest, then the system that you relied on for your help is going to abandon you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I think that if we take and reflect back in time, like integration is what fucked us up. You know what I'm saying? We had more independent everything. You know what I'm saying? We had our own theaters. We had our own doctors. We had our own black corner stores. You know what I'm saying? And soon as we thought that we would be better off by integrating with somebody else, that helped us lose our life purpose. It's like, damn, we forgot our purpose was to serve and help and elevate our people. And it's like, damn, we went and tried to be like them. Started trying to talk like them, started going to their integrated schools, and then we lost our creative ability. You know what I'm saying? We stopped producing things because we thought that being affiliated or associated with them was the true greatness. But really, you can't find your true greatness unless you separate and build your own. And I think that a lot of times that's what happens. We lose our self-identity, and that along with your purpose go hand in hand.
Maurice 1974 over on Instagram said, separation or death is real. And then when you was reading up different things that we had, he added in there Black Wall Street.
No doubt. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street.
Yeah, Rosewood,
Sidebar.
all that.
Rosewood.
Make some pudding. That was a sidebar.
Who said what?
YouTube. Make some pudding.
Who said that?
But
Oh yeah. That's right.
Don't forget about Seneca Village. There's sets where Central Park sit today. That black neighborhood was bulldozed, and Central Park was built over top of that. So Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Rosewood, they weren't the only black neighborhoods that we had. Affluent neighborhoods with hospitals and laundromats and car services and things like that. You know what I mean? It's like our creative gene that got removed out of us, and we became humble servants, man, to our oppressors. And now we are servants to our own idiocy and our own ignorance, because we won't learn anything about how our ancestors did it. They left a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to starve yourself, man. Sometimes in order to get rid of a bad habit, you can't feed it. You got to starve it. That's how it die off and go away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you dependent, practice your independence by trying at least once a month to get off of any kind of system that has you totally dependent on that. You know what I'm saying? If you dependent on alcohol, get off that shit. If you can't jump off of it all at once, exercise some discipline. You know what I'm saying? Stop drinking enough where you like, okay, yeah, my blood's starting to get a little purified now. And I can, you know what I'm saying? My blood's circulating a little better. You know what I mean? Or any bad habit. Start exercising your creative idea, and don't be afraid to fail. if you think, you know how many times I attempted to write a book? Before my books came out, I wrote so many damn books, got so many scattered thoughts, until one day I just got organized and focused. And I said, you know what? Let me take my time. And book after book after book came out. You know what I'm saying? And this how crafty the enemy is. One of my books, it was so controversial that the book company took it out of print. But if you want a copy now, you can get it if you pay $500. They want $500. Little thin book, Dark Side of God's Light. The joint Dark Side of God's Light. Somebody told me, man, they asked me for $500 for that book. I was like, wow. They ain't offered me not a dime off that $5. I'm like, well, what part of the game is that? But that's what happened when you don't own your own. Yeah. Yeah, they start commercializing your shit and steal your shit.
That's the game.
Yep.
That's the game. But you know what's crazy is that when that type of stuff happen and we get played by the game, we got so used to the victim mode that we just cry about it and say, man, that's fucked up. Instead of saying, damn, that was smart. Let me figure out how they do that shit. Yeah, damn, let me see what the fuck they do to do that.
Facts.
Like, it's my perspective. Instead of accepting the fate of, that's fucked up. They ain't do that. I bet they ain't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we so comfortable with that.
The blame game.
Yeah, like
comparing our misfortune to somebody
like somebody's
else.
supposed to sympathize with that shit. Nah, man, get up and go get that shit. Out there.
Damn.
They giving you the game. They doing it right in front of your face.
Yep.
Donald Trump, the biggest gangster that ever was, right live in front of you.
Right.
You love looking at John Gotti and reading 48 Laws of Power, all the motherfuckers they talk about, manifesting the 48 Laws of Power in the White House.
Right.
Motherfuckers can't even see it because they blinded by their emotions. They too attached to their feelings. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. What I'm quite sure is a lot of motherfuckers don't like shit you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? We always putting people on pedestals, then stone them. Stop putting people on pedestals. They human beings. No matter who you meet, you're going to find some shit in them you ain't going to like. No matter who it is. It's like, get over it. Why are we looking for perfect people?
Right.
People in relationships act like they looking for Mr. Perfect. Like they got to be 100% perfect. No, and nobody going to be perfect. You just got to make sure that whatever their imperfections is tolerable.
Right.
You got to be something you can tolerate, whatever that is. But they're going to have an imperfection. You know what I mean? And if you don't see none, don't create none. You know what I mean? Because we'll create some shit. We don't see some shit, we'll start making up some shit.
All you gotta do is make it up once. And
Yeah.
Facts.
And you know, it's like, come on, we gotta stop doing that too, playing games in our own mind. Time running out.
For real.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on in the world. I don't know how to emphasize that. No more important. It really is. And it's like, if it ain't been the time to come together now, this is the motherfucking time.
Absolutely.
We done jumped on this race train and now we don't know how to get off. Now the whole world looking at us like fucked up people. Because we showing how hateful we really are. We can't even say rest in peace to a motherfucker they don't even know. That gotta take a lot of hate from a person that you can hate somebody that easy off a 30-second snippet from social media, and you ain't even give yourself the benefit of the doubt to look into the person and more stuff.
Because that's what matters.
You know what I mean? It's like whatever they say, so they're really controlling you. You're the slave to them. While you're crying slavery, you're the slave to them kind of people. You know what I mean? You serve in the same system you complaining about. You know what I mean? But it's like we're agitating, man. We agitating the race war, and I hate to see that because that's what we're doing, and we don't even see how much that is. I'm feeling it. I feel the heat when I go past certain white people now. They looking at us different now. Like, you know what I mean? Like we all it's fucked up because it's like, damn, yo, we that cold. I ain't know we was that bad. I done seen some shit in these last 8 months out of our people. I seen some wickedness. We got a lot of wicked people. And we keep covering it up, justifying it. Well, they the same way. No, deal with your shit. Stop worrying about them. Let them deal with them. We know they cool too. But it ain't. I bet you go to the funeral homes. I bet they burn more us than any other nationality. I bet they get the most business from black people. While we want to keep and people that like to compare, like, well, they do the same thing. Well, we only 13%. So mathematically, if you look at their percentage, they over 50% of the population. So if you look at the math, of course, they're going to always be outnumbering us no matter where we go. So while we're crying discrimination, well, they ain't do that because I'm black. It's because it's more of them than it is of us. It's gonna be a sprinkle few of us anyway. But we don't want to do the math. We want to just cry foul.
Yeah, it's easier to
And the
cry
same people
foul,
crying foul is the same ones still got their job, still got their benefits, still getting all their shit. They crying somebody else's problem. They crying somebody else's tears.
Then some of y'all
You
so
know what I
motherfucking
mean?
racist against your own people.
Own people.
They can be black and can help you out in the numbers, but because they're a little light skin on the high yellow side, you got some slick self-racist shit to say about them. They ain't black anyway. You know what I'm saying? You be dividing your own self.
Shit, yeah,
you know what I
time.
mean? Inflicting the rules that the slave master put on you. You be copying that same behavior, yet you hate them so much, but you imitate everything they do. Man, that sister learned she's so motherfucking late. I thought she was white. The whole time, that might be the sister that really help you in a situation, or the brother. Because when the Panthers was out, they had the brown, the Puerto Rican brothers out in New York. They had the Lords. What was their name? The Lords. They wore the brown berets. The Young Lords. You had a Hispanic group called the Young Lords. When the Black Panthers was putting that work in, you had a group of white men called the Weathermen. That was white boys, but was anti-government and putting a lot of work in and working hand to hand with the Panthers. You had the Young Lords and the Black Panthers that took over Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx in New York and made the hospital start showing love to people in the neighborhoods who couldn't afford them high-ass hospital bills. A lot of times it's because of your own self-racist perspectives and attitudes towards your own people. The reason why you can't get no real fucking unity. You know what I'm saying? They already showing you every day that the Blackfoot Indians, the Navajos, the Sioux Indians, the Arawaks, the Taínos, they showing you every day that most of them were regular black people. But you still so divided amongst yourself because you took that slave master mentality. Oh, they are mulatto. Oh, they are this. Oh, they are that.
All that division.
Right, all that division. And so this is why they can knock you off right in front of your face. And you be like, fuck that nigga. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Until it happened to you.
Yeah.
Then when it happened to you, you want somebody to ride for you, but you the same one that just abandoned your own kind. Then get mad when they stick together with their kind.
Right.
And now you out in the cold by
Yeah, you mad at them because they riding with their people and you turning your back on your people.
They ain't coming to your aid.
Exactly.
Cross their people for you.
Right.
So where's the Lord? Why we value unloyalty?
Right.
We value a lot of unloyal shit.
That's
No
where it
doubt.
falls. It's so unfortunate that we'll have next door neighbors that'll say, you ain't see the news or you ain't see this on social media. At the same time, you never shared not one person live in this room.
Right. Absolutely.
You would send me somebody else live from their page.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And you dying laughing in the DM.
Yeah, right.
And they never shared the timeless nothing. Now tell me at what point am I supposed to block you?
Right, absolutely. That'd be that
Or I don't
something.
reshare it and you like, you don't repost my stuff because I've never seen you repost anything of mine. Like at some point we gotta come on.
Right,
Even if you don't watch the show, it takes nothing to
Absolutely.
hit.
Do that. That's
click,
what I'm saying.
share,
Yeah,
like,
go out your business.
and keep on.
Like,
you ain't gotta listen to it.
That's what I'm saying.
I see somebody look like me, I'm gonna share this.
Yeah, like damn, it's like that's what I'm saying. We at that point, like, but we'll do anybody else that don't like us. You know, that's how you got some people. They always at somebody else's event or party, but never at your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always telling you.
Cause I know, I
telling
know
you,
them. I want to get on
telling
that.
you about how
you
nice
should
their
have been
shit
there.
was. No matter who it is, there's always the best thing ever.
Right.
But when it's your shit or somebody that
They slap
is-
your
is-
leg.
yeah.
I
So
couldn't
it's
even-
like you gotta watch people like that. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's really a spiritual warfare going on. Good versus
Don't be
evil.
mad because I wear my glasses.
Good versus evil going on. You gotta pick a side because a lot of motherfuckers, boy, they is getting exposed.
doubt.
But
For
what their
real.
frequency really vibrate at.
For real, and that's facts. A lot of times, man,
Good versus evil.
we be in a minority because of our thinking, because it's a uniting of the minds. It's how you think, man. You know what I'm saying? It's in the early 70s, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did a lot of business with the Japanese. And he was able to do that business with Japanese because they looked at each other as brothers of color. They looked at each other as having the same common enemy. And now we can't get the damn support from nobody You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much self-hatred. They look at how we treat each other and be like, damn, how can I unite with them and help them when they won't
don't
even help
like
their
each
own?
other. Come on.
Absolutely. No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying? They don't even like their own. You know what I mean? You know, and as I always say, you know what I mean? Time is our ancestors' way of stopping everything from happening at once. You know what I mean? So as we conclude, we're going to always challenge you, man, to raise your consciousness, find your life's purpose. And if that wrinkle your feathers or, you know what I mean, get your little cheap silk suits in a bunch, then so be it. But we definitely going to swing our sword of truth and let the blade lay or fall where it may, man. But at the end of the day, you gotta give us our credit. We definitely gonna bring the noise. We definitely gonna speak on it. And we ain't like, we don't have no cut cards. Like if we sees anybody, you know what I'm saying, doing anything or saying anything that's not peace, we gonna address it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people think, damn, y'all hard on black people. No, black people hard on themselves.
That part.
They need to be
You know what I'm
called out.
saying? And they all need to be
Somebody
called out on that bullshit. Y'all keep letting shit happen,
gotta do it.
letting us get
Justifying,
murdered.
justifying it.
Yeah, justifying why you ain't move. You so gangster. But you let a black brother get hung down at a college campus. You so gangster.
Nobody did nothing about it. They ain't rapping about that.
You
Why
ain't,
you
it
rap
ain't,
about that?
you ain't rapping about it. You ain't making, you ain't
Just
doing
ignore it.
nothing.
Like, come on, man.
You ain't doing nothing about it.
But yeah, we gotta wrap it up, y'all. I'm glad to have y'all with us. You know what I mean? We got through it. Once again, my book, Finding Your Why, is a good book. Download it, ebook. Click the link in my bio on Be God to See God 7 on Instagram.
No
That's
doubt.
what it is. You won't go wrong. You will get a lot of information out of this short book. This is a really good book. I suggest it, especially if you got confused about the direction you want to go in your life. There's no age discrimination. That fits
Facts.
all ages. We all struggle with that at times because our journey changes as we evolve. So stay tuned.
No doubt. Keep growing.
Peace.
Peace. Positive energy always causes
YouTube
elevation.
Insight with the Gods. Tune in. Catch us next week. Next Thursday, we're going to have a special guest, Coach D, a female. She's going to share us perspective. She's doing a lot in the city of the youth. And we
No
definitely
doubt.
want to give her insight and give her some exposure and give her opportunity to shout out her organization and everything she represents.
No doubt. Shout out to 2-5, my cousin Kiani. Shout out to LT, Lesson Terrace. Shout out to Murphy Holmes. Shout out to New York City. Shout out to the Bloodline, man. Shout out to the True and Living, man. It's really, really overstanding that life purpose. Peace to the queens, man. They got their kings back. One.
Indeed. Salute. Good.